Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So this is the next episode right before the holidays of Spectating series on Apex Legends. If you're not aware of this series, what we do is we try to follow our teammates, and if we get eliminated, we watch how the rest of the lobby plays out. I have a hard time just, again, there's always a rule set. We do our best to try not to get eliminated. With our teammates, I don't want to throw games, and I don't want to necessarily just go with the team here and throw off the lobby because that's also important. Oh gosh, are my teammates landing near me? Am I about to throw? Am I about to throw? Hello, hello, hello. Oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. That's not fair, that's not fair, that's not fair! Teammates, please! Please, teammates! Please, I knocked one of them. I did so much damage. I think they win that. My teammates kind of went a little far. Wow, that's a way to wake up. You guys got this. I think they got this. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I knocked. There's two of them knocked, right? Or is it just one? We're going to get right into the tips as well. Today's video is actually going to be sponsored by Asus. I'm going to talk about that a little later in the video as well. And be sure to click the link in the description down below. It's going to help us a ton. Now, the interesting reason why I'm doing this right before the holidays is... Hold on. Footsteps. I'm going to go for the armor swap. Quick. I'm going to go help my teammate. Let's go. I know I missed a bolt, but I got to go help the teammate. And then we're going to cover more of these details. Let's go. Okay. That's a heck of a start. We'll take it. Let's go back for that bolt, shall we? Now, the interesting reason why I'm doing the video this early on before the holidays is that right now, I think this is probably going to be the easiest that we have seen in the split for Apex Legends. The reason why is that a lot of people have had a lot of time to really get into their specific, I guess you could say, rank. And I think right now it's probably going to be the easiest. So right now, Plat, I think honestly probably feels a little more like Gold. And even Diamond is probably easier. Now the downside, the biggest downside, I think all of you can attest to this, is that you're seeing a lot more Master and Pred players randomly in your lobbies. I think my theory is that most of the individuals are in the... Well, they're not necessarily filling up, and that could be many reasons why, like the higher tier lobbies like Master and Predator. And I think that reason why they're not filling up as much right now is because of the holidays. Like, the plus side is that there can be a lot of people playing, but also sometimes the higher tier players tend to take a little bit of a break. It may not be playing as much as you probably would expect. Sometimes people just need a break in general. I know because of the holidays has been quite busy and taxing for me even, so... just kind of take it with a grain of salt, just FYI, but I've been noticing just ranked is not necessarily easy, but it definitely feels a little bit more like people who are within the rank should be within the rank, if that makes sense. So that wasn't a bad drop. I definitely got the gun and did as much damage as possible. If you're with your teammates, you get 50-50, you got to go for at least the weapons and landing near each other. That's another major tip I'll provide to you guys. Landing near each other, having the right setup and the right loadout is honestly really key. So when we talk about loadout, let's talk about some of these Asus deals. And this is only going to be a small segment. I'm going to timestamp it for you guys. But again, if you would leave a... click on the link, support any which way you guys can with me in the absolute war. This sponsorship is actually partnered with Soar Gaming. In case you guys don't know, I actually work many jobs. I actually am the general manager for Soar Gaming. I do consultant work for AIM Lab, and I obviously create content here at YouTube. So I do a lot within the community, and let's segue to that right now. Today's video is sponsored by Asus. Literally all I ask is you click the link in the description to see all these amazing deals. Deals for this keyboard that you're seeing on screen. A sleek 65% keyboard with many different switches. Currently I have the tactile, which is similar to a blue switch. I love the smaller keyboard as I do play at an angle. It has a nice button on the side to adjust the volume, which is also wireless for this keyboard and just a clean RGB lighting. Even though it is wireless, has a 1 millisecond response time and 450-hour battery life. If you comment down below, click the link, leave a like, I'll choose someone to give this keyboard you see on screen by the end of the year. Asus has a ton of deals shown on screen. Be sure to check them out in the description down below. Let's get back into the video. Okay, now we're back. Remember, the biggest thing is to know where loot is and try not to dilly-dally and waste any time looting and be ready to rotate. The interesting part about Broken Moon, in my opinion, for ranked is that there's not necessarily a bad place to get loot. It feels like anywhere you land, you can get a pretty decent amount of loot to work from. Now, I pulled up the map because I want to talk about this. Right now, like, if we were going to get 30, that would have already happened by now, based on the amount of time that took. Now, another thing that you run into when you play with random specifically is you got to choose. I joke around, and everyone in the Discord always hangs on to this note. You either got to follow mommy or daddy. I always follow the person who's a little more aggressive because it seems like they're the ones who are either going to go in and make a play, and in worst case scenario, I just kind of run back and fall back, essentially. So right now it looks like my Catalyst is a little bit more aggro than the Ash, and usually the person who's a little more aggro can be the one who's a little bit more competent, knows what they're doing, and sometimes they'll even slow down if we notice one person is actually lagging behind. So that's another big tip that you can have specifically in ranked. And right now, there's not a bad spot. Let's say like you were contested by Anomics, like one team was here, one team was here. These spaces right here are really good to hold up in. And if we look at the zone right now where we think it's going to pull, I'm guessing either the bottom left side of the map. That's just a guess. Doesn't seem like the geometry would pull here, but I'm looking at the bottom side of the left side of the map, or in general the left side of the map, because I think that's probably going to be best. It's just a guess. Sometimes it's right, sometimes it's not, but it's always better to take an educated guess than just kind of like floating. I think a lot of problem that you see with individuals in rank, kind of like what we're doing right now, but I'm just kind of showcasing what people do. It's literally this. People will run around and kind of float when you need to go and secure space. Securing space is probably the most important thing that you can do. So like if we look at the zone and we ask ourselves, where can we hold? Here is a really fantastic spot. The reason why is our back is already cleared from that, and you look towards Promenade and Terraformer for damage. This spot is actually pretty good to hold as well. This is really strong to hold. Any one of those spots are strong to hold. Even where we're at right now isn't bad if we want to wait until zone that kind of rocks in. Now the reason why I'm playing Advantage just for today is I do a lot of Watson, but I want to talk about when you can use your abilities to push in and when you use it to rotate. You'll notice that I'm not necessarily just using Echo just out of random spite. So let's say I use Echo right now, and I flew over, just like, let's say you're using a Loba ult, or let's say you're using any tactical that moves for like Pathfinder, and there was a team that happened to be here. Well, that's bad, because I need that ability to get out. And a lot of people make that mistake, specifically in ranked, where they're just like, oh, let me just use my tactical just for the sake of using it. And anytime I've ever coached anybody, and anybody who did that, it was always a bad thing to just randomly use your tactical. How many times, any Lobas, comment down below, have you used your tactical and ended up with a team staring right at you and you don't have a way out? It's happened to all of us. It's happened to me even as Vantage. So understand what to climb and what to use, and then use your tactical as a last resort. Same for Pathfinder. Same for any one of those legends. If you are a defensive legend, well, I guess you got the added benefit of not making the mistake, but still at least have some general understanding of what your positioning is and the plus side and downside of it. The plus side of at least Vantage, the reason why I like to run her for videos, and I think that she's probably one of the most undervalued legends, is because she's extremely versatile. The reason why, she can play flex, she can play defensively and anchor with her sniper, or she can pretty much push in wherever she wants to go. Now, think of all of your legends that way in terms of like a pros and cons, and I promise you you'll net out further ahead than you pretty much realize. We're going to be doing this for 2 rounds. Notice how the lobby died out really quick. Nothing is really going to really happen here. It's going to be really, really boring. Now, just because it's boring doesn't mean you just go in and push everything. You just wait. Because right now we've gotten KP. The rest of the lobby, I guarantee they fought somewhere on the left side of the map or anything. One thing we didn't do when we dropped is paying attention to where individuals dropped. And again, if you're new to the series, we talk a lot, and that's just kind of the nature of things. So if anybody comments down below, why are you talking so much, Daz? That's literally the point. It's educational. We're spectating. We're running around. We're seeing how the lobby played out. You saw the 50-50. You got some tips. That's the whole point of the series. If I'm not talking, then it kind of defeats the purpose of what we do here. So, I mean, we're pretty kitted. Let's go and grab the crafting materials. Crafting isn't bad. Waiting isn't bad. Our armors aren't necessarily bad, but they're not good either. Now, if you have nothing but white armors, let's say in the scenario for ranked, I see a lot of individuals make this mistake, is they just go try to third with just white armors. You need to at least have some blues in your team. And if you have a purple and you have 2, let's say you have 2 purples and 2 blues, you need to go push. Like, when are you ever going to get any better scenario than that? Hopefully, let's craft our armor up. Definitely need to craft it up for this next part. Definitely a lot more vulnerable, but the plus side is that we can step away with a purple. And that is going to be better than any sort of battery or any utility that you can get, because purple is very necessary. So your armor situation, your loot situation, everything is important. Like I said, there's so many different areas to loot. You can like see the backside here, divide if nobody was there. Actually, we probably should hold up there. It's probably a good spot. Tell our teammates. Let's hold up on my ping up there. That has height and has beacon. It's a really good spot. Like that right there is so good. It's above divide. Like, we don't have to hold divide and get thirded, but at least our backs are, no, we know our backs are cleared, otherwise we would have been thirded by now. And the lobby is really slow. I guarantee it's probably from the left side of this map pushing in this way, which means this is not a good spot to hold. This is not a good spot to hold. This is not a good spot to hold. You either want to be in divide or the top part. But that's just guessing where the lobby is playing out, and that's so important. It's so interesting seeing how these lobbies just eliminate each other so fast. And some of them do. It doesn't really matter if you're playing Plat. Last night I was playing in Diamond, and right now we're Diamond 2. We've only been playing it kind of casually. And even playing it casually, it's pretty easy to rank up at the moment. Comment down below if you disagree with me. If you disagree with me, I would love to do a series with some people in the comment section where I randomly queue with you. And I want to discuss what you find difficult about ranked. Now, I think the most difficult thing about ranked, in my opinion, is the RNG of what you drop with and knowing what to do if you get dealt a bad hand. When you get dealt a bad hand, what do you do? Or do you disengage, re-engage? That's really the whole process when it comes to ranked. And then patience. This is the hardest part, and if you're watching this video, getting through the video and being patient during the boring stuff is literally how you rank up. Like right now, if we went to go push on that side of the map, we gotta fight, and let your ego get in the way, what's gonna happen? You get eliminated, you go -2. We're doing pretty good. Like, this isn't bad. We just chill. Somebody hit the beacon because oh, I could hit the beacon. I'm dumb. Sorry. I'm so used to playing Watson recently. There you go. Remember if you can hit beacon. All right, we're good here. Yeah, we're chilling. This is pretty much game-winning spot up here. I mean, this isn't bad. Literally, I can't tell you enough. Like, if somebody was on our back right now, like, we'd be chilling. There's nothing wrong with this spot. This is pretty much how the rest of the lobby is just going to play out. If it gets eliminated early and you got some kills and the pacing is slow, you just got to wait till everyone squishes in. Everyone's going to squish in at one point, but why give away your positioning when you have good positioning already and you have good armors? Yes, you can have good armors and go run the lobby if you want. If you're with a full squad and you run the lobby, great. You get more KP. If you get eliminated, well, don't get upset because I guess you could call it gambling in a way. Like, you're over there gambling, you have a great hand already, so you're going to gamble your points away when you know you can guarantee when you're top 5 at least going positive at some points rather than going negative, especially when you're playing diamond or plat. There's two things when I play with a lot of high tier players. You know, Hollow and I have talked about this before. It's like, do you want to get points or do you just want to play the game and mess around? If you want points, then we sit here and do nothing and wait because we know this is the best spot. If you would like to go just fight, then either go play pubs or go run at people, but don't get upset when you lose points. Can't stress it enough. If you get upset, I don't know, it's kind of on you. And you always need to have people watching different angles. These guys are doing really good so far watching different angles. And it goes to show that your randoms don't want to throw their games either. Like, I mean, I've had some plat players play better than diamond players, you know? Look at them. They're being really smart. They're holding their angles. I'm kind of bouncing around a bit more than I should. This is where advantage really comes in handy. That's what I like about her. Is like, so, like, I can commentate and do this, but at least I know, like, I can just hover until something appears, and I don't necessarily have to, like, drill my eyes in and be like, oh, do I see something there? Or, like, I can actually kind of semi-relax. It's a little nice. This is why you kind of see me just ADSing in and out with Vantage. Very, very nice. I don't pull up my laser sight. The reason why, there is a tip. If you want to hold an angle, let's say I guess you can call it slapping your, blank on the table, is that you would essentially put the laser sight and deter a team from trying to poke or look at you. So we're going to hit the beacon again. I was wrong. I thought I was going to pull the bottom left side. I actually pulled the bottom right. This is going to pull, I want to say up here. Let's see. I've seen it end up here before. It's not going to pull that side. It's going to pull up here. Okay. In the center. Wow. Usually with the map, my guesses. This is just a guess. I don't know if it's true or not. This is just my theory. Is that you can guess based on a few things. Where the geometry is ending. See how I didn't say it was going to end here is over there? You can guess based on the geometry. If this is a beacon, I want to say it's pulling more this side, and based on care packages, where it's going to pull. They won't pull the care package outside of zone. I've seen it happen before, but most of the time it doesn't statistically. So you can kind of guess off the zone that way. I don't have any confirmation whether any of this is true or not. It's just sometimes you guess right and guess wrong. Like, I guess the bottom left of the map, and it pulls over to the right. I think everything is just like a flip of a coin, essentially, but at least it's okay. So the downside of doing this, by the way, is that we can get third in the back. Oh, that's a solo. That's a solo, by the way. Solo's here. Horrible. Okay. Alright, we can get excited or we can hold. It's two things we can do. We're plus RP, so it's not the end of the world. And the one over there. Let's see if I can hit these guys just for the damage output. Also a duo. Let's see if we can hit him from here. Waiting to shoot. They're highly engaged in that. We can either hold here, guys, or we can just go push for RP. It's up to you. I mean, holding here, I mean, there's a duo squad and a solo out there. Oh, I wanted to get that. That's a full squad that's been running, everybody, looks like. Nice. Alright, well, I wasted my bullets, but I should get him back anyways. It's fine. They are so far away. I mean, we could have pushed. It's not a bad thing to push. But, I mean, now we're top 5. Our armors aren't bad. That team has definitely been running the lobby. So there's always like one squad that kind of runs the lobby or gets really confident. And recently I've been seeing it more in ranked. It's kind of assumed that might be a Pred or Master squad, depending on what you can guess from their armors as well. That's another tip. If somebody's running around with full red armors, it means they fought a lot. I mean, that's kind of like an obvious, I know, don't judge me by saying like an obvious thing, but people sometimes need kind of like those obvious reminders where it's like, okay, they've been running the lobby, they're very confident. Now let's say you run into somebody with whites and blues and they're holding the end zone, they are not confident. They haven't fought anything and they probably don't have any KP at all. Right now we got purples and blues, so it kind of shows like, okay, we're not necessarily awful, we're not bad either, you know? Okay, remember I said we're gonna hold aggressively an angle. I'm pretty much put my laser sight here either to deter or encourage people to push this side. You can do one of two things, especially if I miss my shot. Now, we're both all standing out in the open. We don't have any cover, which isn't good, so I'll try to take a different area right here. It's not ideal. I don't think they're going to push. I mean, if they stay on the other side, they're going to stay stuck. Which is a squad of 3. They're going to have to move. That means there might be a team on the opposite side. Because that's 2 teams that kind of, there was a rat or the full squad of reds, and they're on that side. And they have to push one side or the other. They're perfectly fine. We might run into somebody here in just like a second. I'm not quite sure. We'll kind of see how this plays out. Battery on the left. Hit this. Grab that. Bow check. Oh, that's tough. Run a flat line still. Because I got a gold mag on it. At least it can reload on its own. So I'll take that. I want to say they're all fighting over there. They might just hand us this game. This is a longer side, so they're more statistically to take the north side, to be honest. So I guess we just hold here. That's kind of it, guys. Even if they got heat shields and they come around, they could Valk ult. That's definitely possible if they have a Valkyrie. Maybe that's why they're super confident by doing that. If they do Valk ult and by the time we get over to try to like counter it, then we might actually go down. We're all holding different spots, which isn't bad. 40 seconds. Whew, okay. This is really interesting, guys. I don't know. I've seen zones like this where people fight and they get squished. You know, remember how I said like holding zone? Like at least going to zone and being aware is really important. It's going to be really interesting if that team full of red that's running the lobby doesn't have a Valk and they just get stuck. That'll be really fascinating to actually see because I don't really know if that's actually going to be the case or not. Because there's no other utility that gets you around that mountain. That's a long side right here. Ignore my ping, sorry. There's the heat shields. There's a red squad that we mentioned. They got this. This is gonna hurt. I'm just get backing up. I don't know. I think that's kind of it. And that zone hurts, man. Okay, just go take height. Is everyone just gonna get eliminated here? Like, what is going on? Easy dub, guys. They probably went back. They probably realized they can't do anything. So they had Seer and Bloodhound, right? From what I saw on the kill feed. Someone can confirm, but I'm almost positive that's what I saw. And there's nobody on this side. We've already seen him before, unless it's a rat. If it's a rat, well, GG's. If they have a Valk, that's the only way they get around. Otherwise, we win. Like, that's it. It's going to pull towards us. Yeah, that's it. I don't know. That's the kind of GG's. Interesting. That must mean there's like a rat. There could be a rat on our side. Let's go look. Let's try to find him out. Watch me get one mag by somebody here. Check all the spots, all the rat spots. So, okay, so most people actually, I get surprised when people say, what is a rat? A rat means that somebody all by themselves with no squad remaining. Kind of like a rat in New York City. You know, it's like all by themselves running around in your apartment. I actually had, not a rat, I guess you'd call it a mouse. Problem in New York, but who doesn't have that kind of story, right? Well, I'm running around at this point. I'm so confident that we're gonna win this, but it'd be really funny if somehow we threw. Just keep looking. This is where we don't have any scan legends where Seer comes in big handy because you can see heartbeats. Let's see here, ready? This is actually bad. Literally, I'm kind of risking. This is pretty high risk, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, remember how I said using your tactical and like random spots is bad? So ready. Let's see if they're up here. This would be bad. Okay, they're not. They did it too, so I guess I don't feel too bad. So the reason why that's bad to do is that if they're just sitting there crouched and I have to land, it takes a second for my gun to like kind of pull out and everything. And that's bad. Yeah, I guess this is just GG's. Well, there you go. That's how you gain RP in Apex Legends. Play it patient. Notice how we didn't get greedy by pushing everything, and then you just hand it to this team because we're over here actually playing zone. So ideally, you know what's funny is that I give you guys these tips, and then I guess my videos just don't get enough views or anything. I'm gonna start crying live during this video. I guess that's it, guys. GG's. Man, we're so talented. Let's say they got the other rat. That's, yeah, they're, look at the heat shields. That's crazy. They're... Oh man, you see, look at me, says positioning always win that game. That's true, bro. That's true. I'm actually turning this into a video. I'm uploading this to YouTube. Listen, if my videos got more views, this zone would have nothing but squads fighting correctly. But unfortunately, my channel doesn't get enough views, so I guess we could just cry, right? Or maybe it's a good thing. It means that you guys are all gonna win. Look at that, GG's. Okay, all right, well, that's easy. How did the rest of the lobby play? They fought all the way to the left side and didn't think about positioning or anything, and they just, there you go. He just hands you a free dub. You know, I mean, you can play for second, play for that KP, but I mean, you get more KP from winning. So, it is what it is, right, ladies and gentlemen? Let's go and queue for another round, and we spectate to the end of the round from start to finish. This time I'll be more self-aware at the start. Like, it really did any damage. Literally did like almost nothing. But hey, free RP and we ranked up. That's just how it goes sometimes, you know? All right, we go again. This next round, we'll see if we get eliminated early and we can spectate others. Because sometimes, okay, this is also another tip. You'll notice that fights tend to happen in clusters. Remember at one point, everyone at the start was fighting a promenade. Now, everyone avoids promenade like the plague. Nobody fights there. It's sometimes a good idea to rotate there because nobody goes there. Watch this video actually gain a lot of traction, and then everyone starts going promenade again. I call the cluster fights, and you can always tell by like the second round, after like the first like burst of fighting, if there's not a lot of teams that have got eliminated, that the next fight that's about to break out after the first zone closes is going to be an absolute nightmare. So I kind of gauge that. So let's kind of gauge it this next round and see how many teams fight initially. If there's like barely any teams to fight initially, the first fight that breaks out is going to be literally the worst fight in your whole entire life, and that it's going to get thirded upon thirded upon thirded upon thirded just because everyone's like, they want to fight because everybody's impatient in this game. And that's kind of just the rule. You just kind of got to play patiently, and you'll just get masters and pred. And when you see an ALGS, it's the same premise. The more patient you play, the better the outcome. It just happens that way. Are any of these people the same from last round? I don't know. I find it interesting. Sometimes you run into the same people over and over again just because the skill or the matchmaking system, how it works, makes the world feel a lot smaller. All right, let's see how this round goes. And we'll pay attention to where people drop. Usually where people drop, you can tell whether it's going to get hot or not. If everyone's playing safe, then you know the lobby's going to slow down. Time of day can impact that. Sometimes people late at night will play a lot more aggressively because they're all full of sweats. Let's let our teammate drop. Or you'll see that earlier in the day, people play more patiently because they actually want to gain RP, and time is more of an essence. So time of day can impact this kind of stuff, how lobbies play out. So let's take a look. So it looks like we got 2 teams possibly landing. Well, that's weird. So it looks like they're going to divide 2 teams there, 2 teams there. So we got some little early fights. It's not too bad. We might get contested Eternal Gardens. We mostly have a lot of teams contesting 2, 2, 2, 2. Eternal Gardens might be a little hot, to be honest. It might get us eliminated. Actually, it's not too bad. Let's see where they land. And land near your teammates, but not on top of your teammates. That's a big tip. If this guy loots the top, I'm going to loot the bottom. If I have all 3 teammates here, then I'll loot somewhere else and break away. Let's see where I'll let him take. Okay, he's going to take top. It's fine. Okay. He's going underneath. I can't tell. I'm just going to loot then. There's enough loot for 2 of us here at least. So I won't feel too bad. Now, if we all 3, we're all 3 kind of here. It's not bad, though. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I try not to land near teammates, but I could have sworn there was going to be like another team nearby. Just going to start looking to see if we can find them. Look at the car SMG because it's a little more versatile. Most people ask why the car SMG. It's just nice because you have attachments and stuff. It's also kind of a benefit. Okay, I could have sworn there was a team here. So this is kind of a dumb cross. Okay, so if that Loba got shot right there, that would have been her life. Just like FY. That's why I didn't. It's so risky to do that. If you're playing Loba or any legend like that, don't do that kind of stuff. It's so scary. Especially in higher tier lobbies. Lower tier lobbies, I guess, is not the end of the world. But listen, like, I guess paranoid from just how many times this happened to me. It's just a nightmare, man. Oh, we're gonna grab that instead. Yeah, let's do that. And yeah, we're good. We're good. Yes. All right, so let's see how the lobby. There's a lot of teams at 2, like we mentioned. 2, 2, 2. We saw 3 almost here. For some reason, the team didn't decide to contest us, which is very strange. So they probably pulled off somewhere else. Realistically, it should pull over to the left side of the map, probably core or on Dry Gulch potentially. I don't think it'll pull Promenade, but it could be 50-50. It could pull there. Not sure. We'll find out. There's no beacon here. The next beacon is around Divide, so this wasn't the best spot for us in terms of hitting beacon. We have at least all blues across the board. There's no crafting here. Our setup isn't bad. I have no sights, and we're pretty much done. My looting was a little slow just because we're commentating, doing some other stuff. You should be a little faster than how I'm looting, to be honest. My looting was a little scattered as we're kind of looking around, kind of commentating. If you're IGL, sometimes you'll naturally be a little slower, which isn't a bad thing. Let's try to figure out where we should play here. Need a little faster on this. Honestly, here's not a bad spot like we mentioned before. Or even here. Let's actually play a little closer. Maybe we can fight somebody through stasis since there was a team over there. So notice how I said the lobbies, the way they play right now. There's still 17 squads alive, meaning that all the teams that doubled up on each other haven't really been aggressively fighting. Do I just go for the loot? I'd rather rotate, but my teammates aren't inclined to do so right now. So, I mean, it's not the end of the war. We're pretty close to zone. Okay, now everyone's dying out. So if this drops down to, let's say, like 12 teams by the end of this, then this will be pretty much a faster lobby. Our armors aren't bad, so at least we can fight and be competent that we're not going to just throw our game. Let's see here. Take the backpack, and then we'll take the sight. Perfect, and we're good. Let's grab light ammo or heavy. Just grab everything we can. It's a lot of heavy, but what else are we going to hold there, you know? Might as well just grab it. Okay, they want to go Divide. All right, that's fine because we hit beacon. I'm with it. Sometimes here's the weird thing about Battle Royale. Just because you have one idea doesn't necessarily mean it's the only idea. What if this idea, because we play more patiently, we run into another team and we're able to third later, right? You never know. That's why you should never knock a teammate even if they don't know what they're doing. Sometimes the ideas that are not as positive for you might actually work because the lobby... Think of it this way. You know how IGLs... Okay, there's a team here. I'm down to fight this because it's... Let's see if I can hit one of them. They already saw us. Crap. Another good shot.
Just try and hide with that shiny tag on you.
We should move up then if we're going to fight this. This is kind of isolated. This is not a bad fight to take. So right now I'm pretty much playing what you call an instigator by moving forward and trying to give my team confidence so we can fight. Okay, so you want to know what a dumb push looks like? I'm not throwing my game per se. I'm just guessing that they're not here. If there was a guy up here, I'd be dead. But right now, it actually worked out in my favor. Sometimes, you know, high risk, high reward, right? Okay. Good headshot. Man, I didn't really miss a whole lot of shots, but geez. Okay, my teammates are a little further behind, so I got to take it a little slow. Open the door. I'm kind of egoing this. I could get eliminated if I'm not careful. Man, I did a lot of damage there. Oh my gosh, that guy's so low. Okay, no. We're not gonna go. We're not gonna go. It's fine. Okay, we're both flush. I should have played a little safer. I wanted to push, but if I pushed, I guarantee I probably would have got fought out. This guy's really... Our teammate's really far behind, which doesn't really help us, and this fight is now taking too long. So... This is no longer a good push, in my opinion. Okay, that guy's cracked at least. Top off. Quick peeks are helpful. You're leaving, okay. Is this fight? I mean, it did take too long. And there's the other team. That makes sense. I'm glad we left. I mean, we all called it. We all felt it, right? That's the downside. If a team hunkers down and then you have a teammate really far away, you just can't push. And somebody says, well, push anyways. And it's like, well, if I do, then I'm pretty much going to throw. And that's the downside, right? So if the teammates want to play passive, we play passive. And then we just find another opportunity, right? Don't get mad about it. Even though I cracked a lot, it just is what it is. Just know whenever you can fight when you can't fight. And 100% in that moment, that was not a fighting moment. Even though I did a lot of damage. I could have gone in. Oh, the bang died to zone. How is she not healing? She good? Who doesn't heal like that? That's crazy. Oh, okay. I just got another knock. Jeez, okay. Started to sound like oh my god, let's go. I just got a... What? Is this plat or is this bronze? Comment down below. What just happened? Did the team not have any heals? Were they that scared and just refused to leave the building? Oh my god, what in the world was that, guys? That's crazy. Wow, you saw it here live pretty much, what it feels like. What? Were they that scared to leave? What? That's all that's them to like, what? I don't know what else to say. Well, there's free KP. Guys, if you're getting bullied outside of zone, please leave zone. Like, what? Don't just stay there. Oh, that flick would have been insane. I'm trash. Oh gosh, I got him. Oh, there's another guy. My first spray was so bad. Wow, we're just getting kills left and right. Wow. GG's. Somebody kill that Pathfinder? I'm pretty happy with how these runs are going. See, sometimes you mean, granted, yes, having a good foundation of aim and awareness and playing with your team. Like, look what happened. Look at the positive. That team just died outside of zone. Instead of getting too excited on them, we just waited, and I got all the kills anyways. Amazing. Oh, cracked him. And they are gone. Okay, so like I said, Dry Gulch and Core. I was actually right on this one. We want to hold up here. We want to hold all the way north. That'll be ideal. And let's game winning up there. That's a game winning spot right there. It's so good. Or you're back here, one of the two. Both are really good spots. Oh shoot. We're going here, huh? Nice. Horrible spray. Reload. Oh nice. Good job. I landed like one more shot on him. That would have been nice. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna move up. I don't know. I'm not even gonna play it. This is what I call playing aggro and playing dumb, but I'm all for it right now. It's because these guys are just I don't know. Paid actors. I'll PayPal them all later. Okay, I'm a paid actor. Let's play with my squad mates. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna go help our... Shoot, this is bad. This is bad. We're all spread out. Loba, no. Hopefully she did some damage. Hopefully she did some damage. Okay, so I don't think she did any damage, but the Pathfinder definitely threw because he's by himself. It's always fun. Just stick with this guy. Okay, go, 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 go. No! Shoot! Every man for himself, I guess. Maybe they thought I left with them. Okay. We definitely got a little overspread there, but it's still recoverable. Still recoverable. Let's see if we can meet. Yeah, I'll get him here.
10 seconds and the ring's just ahead.
I could still be getting chased, to be honest. Don't look back, even though I ADS'd.
Warning. Ring movement in progress.
Outside the ring is where the stupid dog. 30
Paying all this stuff for him. I'm tempted to give him my car, but I don't really have a whole lot of light.
Heavy ammo here. Pulling up.
At least take height to cover for him. Be nice to your teammates, guys. If you're nice to your teammates, they return a lot for you in return.
Package on the way. I like the sound of that.
I don't know. Let's just go. Ping more stuff over here for him. Maybe he's interested in a wingman. I'll drop at least 2 more cells for him.
Shield cell here.
Okay, our Valkyrie's there. This is such a scuffed rotation. So why it's scuffed? I'm literally kind of banking on the fact that I'm not gonna get shot here. This is so bad.
Activating jump drive.
Okay. Well, there's a team of white armors. Team of white armors in the north. Kind of think we should fight those guys.
They're far.
So the reason I'm making that call out, by the way, is because I'm pretty sure we can take those guys because our armor deficit is way better. Well, they're in the deficit. We're in like the positive. And they're running to zone. I assume they're in shambles. If I could just do a little damage and kind of sway them, that'd be great, but I'll make sure that I don't get beamed. Because it was a team that was rotating a little while ago that we knocked, and I guess this... Oh, shoot. Every time I ADS, I'm not getting any information. Please.
I'm going that way.
We have
Come
a
if you want.
replicator coming in.
2 white armors on me. It's a really probably not a good team. They're not following me. I'm so confident I can win this though. If I lose, then that's just my fault. It's like I said, I'm pretty confident I can get this. And they're exactly the spot that I want.
Throwing jump drive.
Now they take me seriously. All it takes is a little damage just to get them to like move.
New kill leader, but they haven't won yet.
They're scared out of their minds here.
Bogey there.
Both white armor still, they haven't leveled it up.
They're shooting at me. Shattered an enemy shield.
Raise shield. Reload.
Nice shove it. The other guy's healing up above. Finish that guy. Even if the guy drops, I should be okay.
Charging shield.
Okay, I'm gonna scale the building over here and I'm gonna flank him.
Jump drive in position.
I don't know why I'm ADSing like a dummy like that. That was weird. GG, see? And now we have the position that I want. Which is kind of the whole point of this. And they gave us some good stuff. Not bad.
Recharging my
Okay, so we look at zone. You see? Look. We're actually in game-winning spot here, and they just gave it to us, which is fantastic. This is great. These rounds have been really, really lucky. I'm going to hit this and hopefully not get beamed. Please don't get beamed. Please don't get beamed. This is so dumb. I didn't even look. And it pulled towards us. Literally, game-winning spot, like I said. You can kind of tell sometimes, and sometimes you look out with it, sometimes you don't. And I have instances where I'm completely wrong, and I have instances where I'm right. And you literally just have to kind of play the game of, what am I seeing based on the map? Like, the reason why I didn't guess this side is because it felt like most of the POI wasn't here. Like, it's not going to end here. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, it's not going to end here because there's not enough cover. And this is just open field. So, logically, I feel like it would make sense to pull the zone there. It's like I try to put myself in the seat of the developers and, like, what they would do. And then kind of go from there. But sometimes I'm not right. Sometimes it pulls. Like, it did earlier, and I was like, wow. Like, okay. And you're just wrong. It's okay. But at least you knew logically where it could pull, right? So now everyone's going to get sandwiched towards us, and our goal is just to hold and not get greedy. If we get greedy, we're going to lose. Pull out the laser instead.
Recharging my shield.
tagged and half in the back. I cracked a target shield.
Huge damage.
Getting shot at.
Not huge damage.
Reloading.
Let them get thirded. What's going to happen if they keep shooting like that? They're going to get third in the back. There's one squad that we know where they're at. Just one, though, right? So I assume there's probably going to be a squad there. There's the other one. That's a duo.
There.
Where's the other squad? So we know they're there, but they can shoot at them from over there. They're trying to cross. Okay, now we know where the other squad is over there, and they're shooting at something over there as well. So we know where all 4 squads are. At least we know like where they're accountable for. Well, that was a ballsy hit on the beacon. Even I wouldn't have done that. My one earlier was pretty bad. Grab this light ammo. 3x. I'll grab that.
Drive activated.
I have way too much heavy. What? Uh-oh. What's that? What's that?
I spot looking for good loot here.
Back up, back up, back up.
Always be foraging.
We let him walk up. I let him walk up for free. That was so dumb of me. I should have held that better. Now we have to deal with this team here. I feel bad. Turn our left. Our left is going to get run up on right here. This is rough. We're about to become the sandwich if everyone runs towards us. I think that's a rat right there.
Right there.
Recharging shields.
Just watch your angles. And get more light.
Just a sec. Healing up.
If we hold, we win.
Watch out. Enemy there.
Okay, I think they're just the duo together there.
Taking fire.
Getting shot
It's
at.
not bad. I'm low on heals though.
Recharging
Wait, we
shield.
get a low bolt. Let's see. Cells, question mark, question mark.
Shattered an enemy shield.
We'll wait for more cells. When we knock somebody, at least we can get more out of that. Can't get greedy. If she white swings, I'll cover. Nice.
Took down some prey.
Good stuff, good stuff. Figured that guy was going to white swing. Makes a lot of sense. You see, like, you kind of just have to keep predicting what people are going to do. Okay, let's just ult them back. How many are people here?
Tagged him.
Scare them a little bit.
Charging on my shields.
I'm more concerned about the team on the left right now. Because we can't really head glitch them.
Recharging
Top
my
off.
shields.
A little worried about as I'm healing. If they'll poke, but good moment to do it.
Anyone up for some shopping?
Okay, need bats and cells. Should be some nearby.
All of us are in the ring.
Okay, wow, that's not a lot. That sucks. Okay.
Nice choice. You've got good taste. Don't mind if
I didn't mean to drop. Oh my god, I'm so dumb.
Top 3, dumping the pods. Recharging shields.
Tagged some prey.
It's a full 3 stack.
Target's shield.
Hold up.
Only 4 squads. KP's nice. We're not doing too bad. And we just gotta wait. 100 damage, not bad.
Taking fire.
I need for this team to go push on what they're doing right now.
Shields.
There's not a lot of zone for them to play out here. I want them to be more afraid of us than they are of this squad over here. Which I think is the case kind of right now. This is just going to come down to RNG. We should be fine though. I just need the other guys to fight first. I guess I got 4 bats.
Recharging my shields.
I should have taken that guy's purple so I can level it up.
We made it to the top 3. Now just
Shooting at us.
Got a bat.
They suck at it.
Okay, top 3. The team in front of us needs to push the team over in the building, which I think is their goal. As long as I keep shooting them and deterring them from over here, I need them to be more afraid of us than they are of the other team. And if that's the case, then we'll win.
nice. We're already inside the next ring. Enemy over there. Don't let them see you. We should maneuver.
I should let him cross. I honestly don't even shoot him. Or we can both pick on him, and that's also a deal we could make.
Bandit in my sights. Box 3, visual clear. Good tone.
Because if they're more afraid of the team on the right, then they're going to say, okay, we're going to push them instead, which is not good.
Shops open for business. Charging on my shield.
Batteries, batteries, cells, 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 cells. Oh my god, there's nothing. Sucks.
Mama's got you now.
Need one of them, those teams to get wiped.
Enemy here. Reloading.
Crap, now we're the biggest disadvantage. They actually have the best advantage right now. It's unfortunate.
Bogey here. I cracked an enemy shield. We have 45 seconds, and the next ring's right there.
Where's this other team?
Don't leave anything good behind.
Inside? Probably in the building. Okay, I need to play an off angle. We all can't play the same angle here. Okay, this may be dumb,
Recharging
but we need to try for something different.
Filling up. Rings close.
So I'm essentially going to start flanking over. They shouldn't push them on height. I'm going to see if I create an opening. I'm just going to try to create an opening. I'll queue back if it gets bad. Okay, this might be really idiotic.
Ring closing in 10.
Bogey's shield.
Reloading.
She went back. That's good. She's going to have to come through again. They're fighting them already. Someone hold this rock right here.
Box 3, dumping the pods. Final rings closing.
Nice. Move up, move up.
Prey is down.
We can get this. We can get this. I need the more bats. Okay, we're good.
I'm out of light ammo.
Got one. Enemy down.
Shoot. There's no more light. Oh, go.
Fire.
Fire. Reload.
Caustic should be back here. Oh, come on. Oh, we got it. GG's. GG's. All right, well, we won 2 games back to back. I'm sorry for the comms were a little more quiet there. I was really just trying to gauge like what the teams were doing. So I know like it was risky for me to play this edge of it, but I was able to at least put the pressure for them to keep moving forward, and that was really the goal. Good game. Good stuff, guys. I know we guess we didn't really spectate, but I mean, you got a flow of the lobby, so that's good enough, right? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Bye, everybody.